Hi everyone, this is Alan, and I came across this really interesting chapter in the book of Genesis. It was chapter 2, and there were a few verses that really piqued my interest because chapter 2 is really interesting, by the way, because it is the aftermath of the creation of the universe, right? And a couple of verses that really piqued my interest were from verses 16 to 17. It says, "And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die." And this is really an interesting thing for God to do, right? Because why would He put something in the Garden of Eden where Adam dwelled, and He would not He would ask Adam to not have a fruit from the tree that he's not supposed to have the food from. And I think it pertains to the human life because I think it points towards the temptations, whether you should do something when you're not supposed to do. I think, right? Would you, if you had the opportunity to debase someone who was not, let's say, polite to you in the past, would you take the opportunity if you had to take them down? Well, or would you miss the workout no matter what the temptation? Would you miss the workout? Would you just sleep in, or would you just not do that what you were supposed to do? And I think these verses point towards the temptation that a human come across in life, whether it's Hamlet, right? To be or not to be. And that's really interesting. Well, I've seen that in my life, if you do what you're supposed to do, no matter how you feel, right, it's a better and let's say is the higher road to take. Because let's say if you did what you were supposed to do, it stacks up as a foundation of evidences upon which you act later in life, right? Because let's say um there is a day where all hopes are down, it's too cloudy, and you can't even lift your body out of the bed, right? And then you remember the day that you did a workout that was so hard on a day when you felt even worse than today. So I think even though the temptations are great, the human willpower and the human spirit are a far greater force than we understand it to be. So I think that is something to really think about. Thank you.